Welcome to Lento English. Ready to level up your English? Here we learn through stories, slow, clear, and fun. Listen, relax, and enjoy the journey.
One introduction. Learning English can be an exciting journey, and using movies is a very fun way to practice. Many students find that watching movies helps them stay interested in learning. It does not feel like work or study. Instead, you can relax on your sofa, eat some popcorn, and enjoy a good story. This makes learning feel easy and natural. When you enjoy how you learn, you often learn more quickly. Movies bring the English language to life in a way that books sometimes cannot. When you watch a movie in English, you hear the language as it is really spoken. The actors use words and sentences that people use every day. This is often called natural English. It is different from the slow and very clear English you might hear in a language class. In movies, people speak at different speeds, sometimes fast and sometimes slow. They have different accents from places like America, Britain, or Australia. They use common phrases and even some slang. Listening to this type of English is great practice. It prepares you to understand people in real-life conversations, not just in a classroom. Your ears learn to understand many different ways of speaking. The goal for many learners is to watch movies without subtitles. This can seem very hard at the beginning, but it has great benefits. When you turn off the subtitles, you force your brain to listen more actively. You cannot depend on reading the words. This makes your listening skills very strong over time. You also learn to use other clues to understand. For example, you will watch the actors' faces to see if they are happy, sad, or angry. You will look at what is happening in the scene. This helps you guess the meaning of new words. Understanding a movie without any help is a big success. It gives you a lot of confidence and shows you how much your English has improved. This guide is here to help you reach that goal. We will give you simple, easy-to-follow steps. You do not need to be an advanced speaker to begin. We will show you how to choose the right kind of movies to start with. We will also share tips on what to do before, during, and after you watch. These simple methods will help you build your skills one step at a time. You will learn to focus on the main ideas instead of worrying about every single word. With regular practice, you will soon find that you can understand more and more. This journey will make you a better listener and a more confident English user. 2. Start with easy stories. Choosing the right movie is a very important first step. When you start with an easy story, learning English becomes more fun and less difficult. The best movie for you is one that helps you understand without feeling lost. A great way to begin is to pick a movie you already know well. Think about a film you love and have watched before in your own language. When you already know the story, you do not need to worry about the plot. You know the characters, what happens next, and how the story ends. This is a big advantage. It allows your brain to relax and focus only on the English conversation. You can listen to the words and connect them to the actions you remember. This makes understanding much easier. You can pay attention to how people say things, not just what they say. Another good idea is to choose movies made for children or families. These films are often perfect for English learners. The language in these movies is usually simpler and easier to follow. The vocabulary includes many common, everyday words. Also, the stories are clear and do not have complex ideas. Animated movies are an excellent choice. The characters in these films often speak very clearly. The conversations are written to be understood by everyone, including younger people. Family movies are also good because the speed of the talking is often slower than in action films or dramas. It is also helpful to find actors who speak slowly and clearly. Some actors talk very fast or have strong accents that are difficult to understand at first. Before you watch a full movie, you can watch a short trailer online. Listen to the main actors. Can you understand them easily? If their speech is too fast, it is okay to choose another movie. Finding a movie with clear speakers is like finding a good partner for your learning journey. It makes the experience much better. By choosing a familiar story, a family film, or a movie with clear actors, you give yourself the best chance to learn and enjoy the process. 3. Watch with your eyes. When you watch a movie in English, you do not need to understand every word. You can also watch with your eyes. The pictures on the screen give you a lot of information. Paying attention to what you see is a very important skill. It helps you follow the story even when the words are difficult. Look at the whole picture in each scene. Where are the characters? Are they inside a house, in a car, or at a school? The place or the setting helps you understand the situation. For example, if you see people in a restaurant, they are probably talking about food. If they are in an office, they might be talking about work. The things you see around the characters give you clues. The action is also important. Are people running? Are they talking quietly? All these details help you understand what is happening in the story. Actors' faces show you how they feel. You can see if a character is happy because they are smiling. You can see if they are sad because they might be crying. Is a character's face showing anger or fear? These feelings or emotions are easy to see. Watching faces helps you understand the relationships between people and what they think about the situation. You can often understand a conversation better when you see the emotions on the characters' faces. Also, watch how the actors move their bodies. This is called body language. Body language gives you many clues. For example, if a person points at something, they are probably talking about that thing. If someone crosses their arms, they might feel angry or defensive. If two people hug, they probably feel happy to see each other. How a person stands or walks can tell you if they are confident or nervous. These small movements can explain a lot about the characters and the story. When you use your eyes to see the setting, the faces, and the body language, you can guess the meaning of new words. You can connect what you see with what you hear. This makes watching movies a great way to learn. Do not worry if you are not sure, just use the pictures to help you guess. It is a powerful way to learn and enjoy the movie. 4. Listen for important words. When you watch a movie in English, it is normal to feel worried about understanding everything. But here is some good news. You do not need to know every single word. It is okay if you miss some words. The most important goal is to understand the main story. This chapter will show you how to listen for the words that matter most. These special words are called key words or important words. They carry the main information in a sentence. There are 3 main types of key words to listen for. The first type is nouns, which are words for people, places, and things like Maria, school, or book. The second type is verbs, which are action words like go, see, or help. The The third type is adjectives, which are words that describe things like happy, big, or red. Focusing on these words helps you get a good idea of what is happening. For example, imagine you hear a sentence in a movie. The tall man quickly opened the heavy, brown door. This sentence has many words, but the most important words are man, opened, and door. If you only understand these three words, you can still create a picture in your mind. You know a man did an action with a door. You can follow the story even if you miss the words tall, quickly, or heavy. So, how can you hear these important words? When people speak English, they often say the key words a little louder and more clearly. These words have more stress. Try to listen for the words that sound stronger in a sentence. The small words like a, the, in, and is are often spoken very quickly. They are important for grammar, but they are less important for understanding the main idea at first. Your new task is to practice this skill. When you watch a short part of a movie, try to catch only the key words. Do not worry about the small words you miss. If you do not understand something, just keep listening for the next name, action, or describing word. This way of listening is a powerful tool. It helps you build confidence and makes watching movies in English much less stressful. You will be surprised by how much of the story you can understand. 5. Watch small parts. Watching a whole movie in English can be very hard. A movie is often almost 2 hours long. This is a lot of information for your brain to understand at one time. You might feel tired or lost after only 30 minutes. This feeling is normal. A better way to learn is to focus on small parts of the movie. This method lets you learn without feeling stressed. It makes practicing English with movies much easier and more fun. Do not try to watch the entire movie from start to finish. Instead, choose one short scene to study. A good scene is usually about 2 or 3 minutes long. You can pick any part you like. Maybe it is a scene with an interesting conversation between two people. Or maybe it is a scene with a lot of action that helps you understand the story. When you choose a part that you find interesting, it is easier to stay focused and watch it many times. The best way to learn from your short scene is to watch it several times. Each time you watch, you can have a different goal. For your first watch, just try to understand the main idea. What is happening in the scene? Who are the people and what are they doing? For your second watch, listen more carefully for key words and phrases. You might hear words you already know or notice new ones. For your third watch, pay attention to how the actors speak. Listen to the sound and rhythm of their English. The pause button is your most helpful tool for this exercise. Do not be afraid to use it often. When you hear something you do not understand, pause the movie. Give yourself a moment to think about what the characters said. You can also go back a few seconds and listen to the same line again. This repetition is very good for your listening skills. It helps your ears get used to the speed and sounds of natural English. You can also use these short scenes to practice your speaking. After you listen to a sentence, pause the movie. Then try to repeat the sentence out loud. Try to copy the actor's pronunciation and emotion. This is a great way to improve how you speak. It helps the muscles in your mouth learn to make new English sounds. You do not need to be perfect. The main goal is to practice. 6. Learn new words. Watching movies helps you learn many new words and phrases. In the last chapter, you learn to watch short parts of a movie. Now you will learn how to use these short parts to build your vocabulary. This is a very important step to understanding more English. First, you need a place to keep your new words. Get a notebook and a pen before you start watching. When you watch a scene, listen carefully. If you hear a word you do not know, write it down. You do not need to stop the movie every time you hear a new word. Just make a quick note and keep watching. It is okay if you do not spell the word correctly. You can try to write how it sounds. You will fix it later. It is a good idea to focus on words that you hear more than one time. These words are often important for the story. After you finish watching the scene, look at your list of words. Now it is time to be a detective and find their meanings. Use a dictionary to look up each word. You can use a dictionary from a book or one on the internet. When you find the word, read its meaning. It is very helpful to also write a simple example sentence in your notebook. This shows you how the word works in a real sentence. Seeing an example helps you to remember the meaning much better. Just knowing a word is not enough. You need to use it. After you learn a new word, try to make your own sentences. Write 2 or 3 new sentences in your notebook using the word. This is great practice. You can also try to use your new words when you speak. Maybe you can use them when you talk to a friend or a teacher about the movie. When you use a word, it becomes part of your English. This is the best way to remember it. You will also notice that you hear some phrases very often in movies. These are common expressions. Learning them will help you understand conversations. For example, you might hear "what's up" or "how's it going?" These are common ways to say hello. You might also hear "don't worry" or "never mind." Different types of movies also have their own special words. Action movies often use words like chase or explode. Romantic movies use words about feelings. Learning these common words makes it easier to understand many different movies. 7. Talk about the story. After you finish watching a part of a movie, your work is not done. The next step is very important for your learning. You need to use what you understood from the story. This helps you remember new words and ideas. Thinking and talking about the movie makes your English stronger. It is an active way to learn. When you use the language, you remember it much better. This step turns watching into real practice. The best way to practice is to talk about what happened in the story. You can tell a friend about the movie in simple English. If you do not have a friend to talk to, you can talk to yourself. Just say the story out loud. Start with simple sentences. For example, you can say, "This movie is about a family," or "The story is about a man who travels to a new city." Try to explain what happens in the beginning, the middle, and the end. Do not worry about making mistakes. The goal is to practice speaking and to use the words you heard in the movie. Next, talk about the people in the story. These are the characters. Who are the main characters? What are their names? Try to describe them. You can say, "The main character is a young woman, she is a student." Or you can say, "There is a man who is a police officer. He is very brave." Describing the characters helps you practice using new words for people, jobs, and feelings. Think about what the characters want. What problems do they have? Talking about this helps you understand the story on a deeper level. After a day or two, it is a good idea to watch the same part of the movie again. But this time, watch it with English subtitles. This is a very useful step. You can check what you understood the first time. Sometimes you will be surprised. You might understand more than you think. The subtitles show you the exact words the actors are saying. This helps you connect the sounds you hear with the words you see on the screen. It is a powerful way to learn. When you watch with subtitles, you can also learn more new words. You can see how words are spelled and hear how they are said at the same time. If you see a new word or a phrase that is interesting, pause the movie. You can write the new word in your notebook. Look at the sentence to understand its meaning. This second time you watch is not just for the story. It is for checking your understanding and building your vocabulary. This makes your learning very active. You are not just watching, you are studying in a fun way. 8. Keep practicing. You have learned many good ways to understand English movies. Now, the most important part is to use these new skills. The best way to get better is to practice. You need to watch movies in English often. The more you listen to English, the more your ears will get used to the sounds and the speed of natural talking. This is the final and most important step in your learning journey. Try to make watching movies a regular part of your week. You do not need to watch a long movie every day. That can be too much work. Instead, try to watch a short movie or a part of a movie 1 or 2 times every week. Regular practice is the key to success. It is better to practice for 20 minutes 2 times a week than for 2 hours only once a month. Making a schedule can help. For example, you can decide that every Wednesday is your English movie time. This helps make it a habit. When you start, it might feel very hard. You may not understand many words or full sentences. This is a normal feeling for everyone. Do not worry about it, and please do not give up. Learning a new language takes a lot of time. It is a slow process, but you are always moving forward. Be patient with yourself. Every person learns at a different speed. The important thing is to continue trying. Remember the first time you tried to do something new. It was probably difficult, but you did not stop. Learning from movies is the same. It is very important to see how much you are learning. Pay attention to your small successes. Maybe this week you understood a whole conversation between 2 actors, or maybe you heard a new word that you learned last week. This is great progress. Feel happy about these small things. You can write down what you understand after each movie. When you look back after a few months, you will be surprised to see a big difference. Celebrating these small wins will help you stay motivated. If you keep practicing, you will slowly understand more and more. You will start to recognize common words and phrases easily. The actors will sound clearer. One day, you will choose a movie and watch the whole thing in English. You will not need any subtitles. You will just relax and enjoy the story, the jokes, and the action. This is a wonderful goal, and with regular practice, you can reach it. Keep watching, keep listening, and keep learning.